Say what you want about Mohamed Salah, regardless if you agree or disagree in terms of he's your favorite player. But one thing for certain is that he is the Premier League's greatest ever player that we've seen in our lifetime. Now we can argue saying that it's Thierry Henry, we can say Alan Shearer in terms of the record that he has for goals scored, but impact for such a long period of time, Mohamed Salah tops all of that. Top 10 in assists with 93 and then scoring 191 Premier League goals. He's arguably one of the most complete forwards that we've ever seen, especially from the right wing position that he has redefined himself as to how you go about scoring goals. And Mohamed Salah is that person. Now we understand early in the season, like maybe December, based on the interview that he did and kind of saying how Liverpool has thrown him under the bus, but in reality, it kind of is true in a sense, and his squabble, of course, internally or disagreement with Arne Slot is another thing that a lot of rumors and reports have spoken about this season. And person will say that maybe his legacy is tarnished or tainted based on what has happened this season. And that could not be further from the truth. The truth is, if we're looking at it holistically, he's an amazing player. And that breed of diehard, I'm wearing you on my sleeve kind of player is hard to come by nowadays. Of course, he's a Chelsea reject, and of course, Chelsea loaned him out to Fiorentina and then selling him to Roma until Liverpool bought him in the summer 2017. But make no mistake, Mohamed Salah has been him, so to speak, has been that player, elite across all boards, across every competition. He has shown that he's able to compete with the world's best. In his first season with Liverpool, breaking the record with 32 goals. That stood until Haaland did what he did in 2023, but it stood for a very, very long time. And then last season, 29 goals, 18 assists. One of, if not the greatest season in Premier League history and one of the greatest seasons ever in football history, especially in a league that has been deemed physical, that has been deemed intense. To do that, it's amazing. And we have to literally tip our cap off to Mohamed Salah. And the breed of him, he is the last of what we call the Klopp stance, with Alisson, who is constantly injured, Van Dijk, who is on the decline, and now you have Mohamed Salah. Robertson still there, who's probably going to leave. And now that version of Liverpool is going or is gone. And he was the one that kind of held it together, really. But now to see that he has really stated a emotional roller coaster with the Liverpool faithful, I think it's going to be tough looking at how can you replace him. Being arguably Liverpool's greatest ever player, how can you replace Mohamed Salah? And the truth is you can't. Can you supplement by having players who are able to create assists, maybe not give the same goal contribution, but give impact? Yes, it's a possibility, but it has to be perfect. If you look at Liverpool's transfer record from the Klopp era, probably out of 10, 9 out of 10 in terms of hitting it on the money. Nabil Fekir should have been in there, but Liverpool didn't get him. Mohamed Salah came in. And honestly, it should have been Julian Brandt that should have came in, but they said no, based on the data proven and the data-driven technology of Liverpool with the Ian Grahams and the Julian Wards and the first stint of Michael Edwards, you begin to see that your transfers have to hit. And in this era and this iteration of Liverpool that we're seeing, they're going to have to go back to that. In terms of, yes, you may find a player that you will deem worthy that should be worth the money, like Alexander Isak, like a Florian Wirtz, who probably hasn't been to his best this season. But those players that are able to be amazingly impactful for a long period of time and for years to come, those are the ones that you really purchase. And Liverpool's transfer stance this summer is going to be very interesting as to how you replace him. Because I think you have the goal contributions in Ekitike and in Isak. But who do you have on the right side? With some rumor reports saying that it could be a possible player, hint, hint, Olise from Bayern Munich. But that only happens if Liverpool gets the Champions League. And that's the truth. And to replace Mohamed Salah, you're going to have to probably spend a pretty penny. But this video, what he has done, Mohamed Salah, how he has revolutionized and changed an entire culture and generation of doubters to believers with Jurgen Klopp, breaking records, a maniacal, psychotic goal scorer who wants to do his utmost best 100% of the time. And really, you need those kind of players who are really obsessed about winning. That comes with a level of determination that persons may think that he's sick or super selfish. But the truth is, Mohamed Salah had to be those things in order for Liverpool to strive to the success that they had. Could they have more? Possibly, yes, if they kind of added more squad depth. But that kind of obsession, that kind of winning mentality, you don't really see it nowadays. And now with where the Premier League is at, it's going to be kind of difficult to say who is going to be the face of the Premier League. Yes, we have Haaland, and yes, you may have like the Bruno Fernandes, and then you have the up-and-comings like Cherki, like Florian Wirtz, like Ekitike, like Cole Palmer, Saka to some extent. Who are those that are able to carry the torch of what Mohamed Salah has done for the Premier League? Because make no mistake, he is a superstar. For persons to rank you almost every single year at Liverpool, top 5 at your position, it speaks to the level that you are performing at. Not only in your domestic league, but in the Champions League as well. And Mohamed Salah, King Salah, has proven that he went and beyond. And the truth is, Liverpool is going to create a statue for him at the end of the season. Arguably, he is Liverpool's greatest ever player. And now that he's going to transition from Liverpool, he could be staying in Europe, but it's also a possibility that he will be in Saudi Arabia. Being the face of an Islamic country, Islamic state, Mohamed Salah could do that, and he is obsessed. So generational wealth aside, yes, he loves to win. And it's interesting to see what the next couple of weeks are going to be for him and this club, because I am pretty sure he wants to have as much success and trophies as possible. Could it be a case that he can try and win the Champions League? Yes, he would have to play out of his mind with the current state of the squad. He could go on another cup run and win the FA Cup, we don't know. But qualifying for the Champions League is the main target that I believe and those players are aiming at. And truth is, in the final year of Jurgen Klopp, Mohamed Salah and this team tried to win 4 titles and fell short with only just 1. Could it be that they maybe fall short? We don't know, but let's see how that goes. Thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I really appreciate you all. Take care.